everyone, welcome to today's video. This is all September predictions for each zodiac sign, so go and choose where you belong in the timestamps below. I do go through each zodiac's reading a couple of times, so if the first one doesn't resonate for you, go through again or like skip it a little bit and then you might have another reading for you, okay? So, or you will have another reading for you, but just take everything as it resonates. You can watch the whole thing if you like. Thank you for being here. See you in your section. Bye. Hello Libra, welcome to your reading for September. So we're going to go through tarot and then we'll go through these oracle cards afterwards. These two did come out together and I can see why, but we'll go through that in a little while, okay? So I've picked up on one main energy which I'm going to go through first of someone or some people watching this, and then I'll retune and go through other people's readings for this as well, so you might get a different reading completely the second time round, okay? Right, so actually I'm going to start with the back of the deck energy for you guys, right? So this came in reverse, Ace of Swords, right? And this often means like conflicts, arguments, things like that, right? And it does feel like it's very conflictional, like so yeah, I'll explain that in a sec, right? But this I was very drawn to these birds, and they seem to be like flying in a circle, so I feel like this month you're going to be like continuing to fight like this losing battle sort of thing that you've been doing for ages. And it feels very much like it's going to be brought on by like a third party. I feel like for you guys, this like fight or argument or like conflict of whatever sort it is, it feels like it's an ex-lover, ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, but it feels like there's a third party in it, and it feels like maybe they're a bit of a trouble starter type person, like someone that gets off on or just ain't all there in the head, in that sense that they don't realize what comes out their mouth, or they don't realize like the damage that their actions do. I feel like this person's very like vicious, but it's like a partner that you was with sort of thing that starts this. It's like their partner or something. I do feel like you have an admiration for this person. It feels masculine. The King of Wands has come up anyway, but I feel like possibly a past relationship is like father of your child or something like that has come up, but I feel like you admire them even though they're with this person that you might not necessarily enjoy the company of. I feel like you still see them as like striving forward, like doing well for themselves, like you see the potential in them, you see the strength in them, but at the same time you feel like there's some sort of weakness in them as well, okay? I feel like that's the main thing going on this, like that's the main theme for September. I've just got a card trying to pop out of this deck, so 1 second. I feel like this came up in reverse as the next card that would have come out after shuffling. And this feels very much like fighting a losing battle. It's the Knight of Cups. Normally that's like a romance sort of thing, but sometimes it feels like this sort of feels like ripping your hair out, like you're not winning, like you're not moving forward how you'd want to. I just feel like it's quite like sort of like I'm done type energy for you guys. It just feels very much like that. I feel like as well with it coming out this way, you're always looking in the past. Right, things are always looking in the past, like looking for the answers in the past, but it's not in the past. It's something that you need to address differently for this cycle to change. It's something that you're not seeing. So in this deck, you can't see the faces of the lovers, and in this card, like she's looking towards that, he's looking forward, like they mean different things. So basically, you can't see why this sort of ended the way it did, for example, but and you like she's looking forward, like I don't know, it just feels like she sees that ex relationship as a massive threat. And like this guy, he's completely naive to the whole situation, it feels, or he just doesn't care. That's how it feels like. And this is really like in the center of your focus this month. It feels like you need to approach that whole situation completely differently to what you've been doing, because this feels like a cycle, like an over and over and over again. And then with that card, you've got bored of it, like you're so done, sort of thing. Okay, so you got these 3 cards come up for how to change this cycle of over and over and over again. So let's address this card first. So this card in reverse suggests like a vicious tongue, or acting in like annoyance or rage, or being nasty about a situation is not the way forward. Like this is just showing you like that's pointing to the right. So to get your answer to move forward, it's not acting like this, okay? It's not being vicious, it's not saying nasty things, okay? Or approaching it in like a vicious way, or like you're ripping your hair out, but in a negative sort of way, okay? And then we got these 2 cards. This is a completion card, okay? I'm very drawn to this line at the bottom, which suggests strength. Use your strength to for the greater good. Like a lion looks after their pride, sort of thing. Like sometimes you just sort of have to like not necessarily go it alone, but like protect your pride and work it out in that way. I feel like this is representative of you. So this completion is like mainly down to you, okay? So let's go on to this main card. Okay, so this feels like it's like to do with stability, a new perspective, and it's like slow growth. It's like being very homely and being very comforting, like completely changing your perspective from this into this. These are quite different energies, so that's very like sharp tongue, vicious, like very swift type energy, whereas this is very slow moving, casual, sort of slow but steady, also like steady but sure type energy. So like think things through, approach things more gentle, instead of going what the hell, you just go like, right, how can I get the best out of a situation, instead of like blow it up again. Because I feel like this is what this person thrives off. I feel like maybe they didn't have what they needed in the past, and now like they've worked out, because we carry on as adults basically through things we learned as a child, right? This is my psychology head going on, right? So this person seems like, I'm not saying it's true, but it's just an idea, right? That if they didn't get attention as a child and they feel immature, that they would make a big mess of things, and all of a sudden they have the attention. So I feel like this is a continuous cycle for them, whereas you don't need to really indulge in it, sort of thing. Just sort of look after yourself, look after your home life, look after your family and things like that. That's what this is, the material part of life, this card, but it's very gentle and loving type energy and feeling. So just like use your strengths, your heart, to move forward, instead of like this fiery side of you, okay? Because I feel like it's a bit yin yang type energy. I feel like this is your true heart, and this is your like lioness inside of you, sort of thing. One that just sort of unleashes when it shouldn't. It doesn't really serve you anymore. I do feel like you're learning that though. So just approach it like that, okay? let's go through your oracle. So like we were saying, like this feels like a bit of a dodgy situation for this part of the reading. So this says Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person, which seems like it's this person that we've been talking about. Like they just like to butt heads at the end of the day. A ram likes to hit his horns off of things, like goats just do that, like they just headbutt everything, like it's fun for them, I think. But that's what that person's like, so don't worry about that, right? Just don't rise to it. And this is Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Like this is like use your tact to approach, like that card I just showed you, the Page of Pentacles, 4 coins. I feel like take a step back, approach the situation in a like tactful type way. Like it says resourcefulness, like it'll come at it with grace and it'll start to change. Like try and do it. It might take a while to get the hang of it, but come at this situation with grace and you'll move forward, it feels. We have Camel, and it says persevere and you will overcome problems. Like we said, like carry on slowly but surely. It's like how a camel treads through the sand. The sand slips, but it still manages to get through it. It's going to be a little bit tricky to do at first because it might be against like the habit that you've been through over and over again because it's a repetitive cycle, but just come to it with your grace and tactics sort of thing. Right, and this is where it got interesting. So these two cards came out together, right, and it says staff, not as in like people you employ, but like an actual stick. And it says you will be taken care of in difficult times. And this says weeping willow, family sorrow. I feel like you have a past loved one that's really looking after you in this situation. It's really trying to guide you, but I feel like these two parts are like a staff is made of wood, a willow is made of wood. This is earth energy, like that Page of Pentacles. That was their advice. That's their advice for you. Like approach it more calmly, approach it more groundedly, and you'll move forward. I'm also getting Granddad with that, if that helps. Okay, I'm going to move on. Message me if you want to book in for a reading and we'll carry on. But I'm going to retune the energies now. See who else. Libra. We'll see what else Libra needs to know this month. Okay, Libras. So this is the second part of the reading. So this is for different people. Okay. So I feel like this month, this feels like there's like someone in the situation that's a little bit headstrong, or there's an idea coming this month that's I don't know, it seems like quite forthright, if you like, quite justifiable, but it feels like for some of you, this stubborn aggressive person mentioned by the ram, it feels like a female boss type energy, and like they've said the wrong things or they've clarified something that's made things change. Not necessarily for bad, but more for like something that you needed to hear, sort of like you needed that clarification to you, okay? Because like this is an idea or a thought or a voice sort of card, but the Queen of Swords upright is often like quite intelligent as a woman, normally someone in like a leadership role, for example, not necessarily, but someone like that. I feel as well like there's been something very drawn to this cloak, and I feel like for a while there might have been something that she's not said for a while or has been hiding, but not in a bad way, just like, you know, when you like grow your confidence and finally you have to say it, or finally you crack or something like that, right? But it just feels like it's going to be like a weight off your shoulders sort of coming for you. This to me, this month, the Lovers card feels very much like family support for you guys. It feels very much like what's going on in your family life is very nice, it's very exciting, it's fresh, it's new. It feels like maybe there's new babies or new pets cropping up, or like something like new parts of the family cropping up, which is nice. It feels like very like, oh yay, sort of just really like sweet, endearing happiness sort of thing. But it feels as well like female or motherly support is involved. There's just something key about the female of the family, or the feminine energy of the family. It's like a nice comforting type energy cropping up for you this month. And it feels like this situation is going to be supported by this family energy. Like, I feel like you're already enjoying this, but this energy is going to sort of clarify something to what you and your family were discussing or thinking about. And I feel like this is like representative of you now. This feels like you are a strong sort of powerful creative type leader with like your head screwed on, but also like I feel like you weren't quite here, but now what they say is going to give you like this confidence boost, like, because this is the King of Wands. This person's quite confident in what they want to do there. They're going to move forward in strength, and I feel like you sort of gone, right, I know what I'm doing now, I know what to do, I'm going to move forward in this sort of way. I feel like this could be about a business or a change of career or something like that. I feel like it's something that you know you could do. I don't feel like you've got anything set in stone, like you can't physically hold anything in your hand with this idea. But it's all in their mind, sort of. It's going to be actionable, like now you're going to start doing actions, like maybe this month or October sort of thing. With this card as well, I just got drawn to that and I heard guidance. So you're going to have like intuitive guidance, or someone will just say something that's really supportive to you this month, and then you'll gain this confidence, this like it's like you turn into a new role, like sort of energy. I'm going to see if I can find out anything else about that. Right, so I've shuffled the deck again just to find out what this type of energy is, because it seemed pretty vague, and well, we got to do a good job here. So the wise one came up. Let me just check that. We've got this one. Just checking. Yeah, I thought so. I thought they were upright, but I thought I'd double check with spirit. So we have the wise one come up, the 5 of cups, and a page of wands, right? So like I was saying with this, like this is the next step. So yes, you are the king of wands, you've got that empowerment, but now you're going back and you're realizing, like, right, you're going to take this new journey. Like, it's time to start studying, but also being actionable with the page and it being a wands. You're still being, you're still getting like your hands dirty, if you like, with this. Okay. I feel like this situation might be a little bit upsetting. Like, obviously she's crying, but this cup card is like you're focusing on what's bad instead of what's good. Like, this situation comes out for good, like you're moving forward in a positive place. Yeah, it sucks, like, because it's life, but it's like you don't see the blessing that it is. This is the blessing. Like, it doesn't feel like one, or it might not appear as one, but it's definitely going to be a blessing. But I feel like with this as well, the wise one, look for people who inspire you. Look for people who can like give you a rundown of what it is that you're going to move forward in. Look for people that are like can point you in resources, like resources, like books. Where's the best place to do a course? Where's the best place to train up, or whatever it is? Where's the best place to learn how to do something? It feels very much like that. But you also, I feel like you're divinely guided. I feel like you are quite an intuitive bunch reading, getting this reading today. And I feel like go with your gut, like, because I know you get gut feelings, because I can feel it myself as I give you this reading. You just sort of know when you like someone, know when to trust someone. And I feel like just be open for all these experiences now, because these are like loads of flowers, like very drawn to them. And it's like, this is a path forward. This is a good path, and it's blooming. It's opening doorways for you, okay? So make sure you do move forward with it. Yeah, so looking at the back of the deck, we have the 8 of coins, and this means like you're going to be moving forward in like a creative type way. Like the 8 of coins or pentacles always speaks about becoming sort of like a professional in something, or like fine-tuning a skill, so that you are that professional. Okay, so this is your way forward. This is what not what you're seeing right now necessarily, but it's where you're gonna sort of, that's where you're heading with this situation. Okay, it's what you can't see right now. You're going to become some sort of professional, and that's a good thing. So this appears as upright on the back of the deck. I just checked the energy, but this is a card of opportunity. This is an opportunity that's you're being blessed with right now, so take that opportunity. Okay, it's gonna go well. Oh yeah, tower moment. Okay, so the tower moment happened with this. It's all here. Like, just go for it. Like, there's nothing bad that's gonna happen. It's just a blessing in disguise at the time that you see this reading. Later on, you're gonna become that professional. You're gonna be awesome. It's gonna be good fun. It's gonna be good for you. Okay, so going back, I've taken those cards away, but going back, right? Let's go on those oracles for the second time round. So, Camel, persevering, you will overcome problems. I feel like this is that whole situation, but then also what we've just been talking about, perseverance and getting like that guidance. It's gonna like pay off for you. Like, look how much he's carrying, like in his stride, you know, like he's happy with himself sort of thing. Like, that's who you'll be and how you'll become if you carry on forward. The Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Like I said, this feels like a new endeavor that you're moving forward with. It feels like a new idea, or new training. Definitely feels like new training. Like we said with that previously, stubborn person seems like this person. This doesn't necessarily feel like it's for you, but it might be for a few. So staff, you will be taken care of in difficult times. That feels like it's like you feel, like I said, with this spirit guided and stuff. Your spirit guides are always with you. Like, there'll be loved ones or ascended masters, which are like Einstein and gurus and things like that, right? Anyone, Jesus, all different people that are significant in history. Like, you can call upon them and ask them for guidance and help, and they'll start sending you like angel numbers and things like that, and like synchronicities. Keep an eye out for them, because I feel like they're important for you for this group. Weeping Willow, family sorrow. I feel like if this is for you, if not, then just ignore it. But I feel like any recent people that have passed away may be coming in to look after you or lending a helping hand. Maybe they've got like that creative idea, maybe they did it too, or they had that idea and they didn't do it. They'll be they're supporting you. But it also feels like grief that you might have gone through recently hasn't been fully addressed. So make sure you make time to think about your loved ones, because they actually help you get over it. Even though they're not here, they're here in spirit and they send you the healing. Okay? Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking your time out of the day to like watch this. Please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends so I can help more people. Thank you for being here, guys. See you later. Bye. Hello Scorpio, welcome to your reading for September predictions. We'll go through your tarot cards and then we'll go through these oracle cards second, okay? I may go through the reading more than once, so if you don't resonate with the first reading, then go to the next part of the reading. Just skip a little bit, or you can watch the whole lot and see what resonates, what parts resonate with you, okay? So let's go on and do your tarot reading first. So straight away when I pulled these cards, I knew that you'd you've been contemplating some sort of ideas, like of what way to move forward. Okay, this is the card Seven of Cups, which is of choices, and often it's emotionally backed sort of thing. Like, you want to make the right decision, you want to go and forward in the right way, you don't want to waste your time, sort of thing. But I feel like this has been worrying you for a while. Like, this is Nine of Swords, which is often depicted as nightmares or worries, in tarot mainly. But I also feel like there's a sort of, not necessarily laziness, or maybe for some of you, but there's sort of like you don't know what way to move forward, but you know it's going to be hard work, okay? But this is reverse 10 of Wands, which normally it means like upright, it's going to be hard work. But right now, like, this feels like you're not sure you're ready for the hard work, or you're not sure that you want to move and do that hard work. Like, that's why I was picking up laziness for some people. I feel like with these two cards, well, all three cards really, there's sort of a sadness in you, because you don't know what way to turn. It feels a bit like, it's not like you want the easy answer, it's that you want to make the right decision. Like I said, like, you want to, for some of you I'm picking up, you want to make other people proud around you. I feel like as well with this card, it's quite a creative, I'm getting photography with this card. Do you want to go into photography for someone? Not necessarily everyone, but some people want to get into photography, I find. And some of you, I'm thinking it's like woodwork a bit more. Who's watching this? Okay, so let's look at some other parts of the deck so we can get some more information on this. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles has come up, and this feels very much like you're fed up with this, making this decision right, and you don't, it's not like you don't want to move forward, it's more like you don't want to, I don't know, it's not waste your time, it's like you want to try, but you don't want to fail at it. If you do try, you want it to turn into a success. That's how it feels. Like, you want to make that right decision. You want to make it the right first decision. So, with this card, it feels very much like you are getting fed up with waiting for the answers, waiting to work out what's best for you. Okay. Page of Swords. Yeah, so like these, like your intellectual thoughts, they're not like, you don't know enough. It seems like there's something that's holding you back from knowing exactly what you want to do with this Page of Swords. This person is someone that needs to learn things, okay? They're new to it, they're childlike at it, for example. That's what Page normally is represented as a child, or someone that's immature in intellect, or ideas or thoughts or knowledge. Okay, so you need to learn a bit more. This is what you're not seeing. Like, you're not looking at one, it could be like the financial gain, if that motivates you, but this feels like it could be you're not looking at actually the finer details, which will make that path grow, the good parts. I'm very drawn to these pentacles. It's not looking at the good parts, like say it's a course, you're not looking at maybe you'll enjoy that module, and then maybe you'll enjoy that module, and actually you'll really like that module, and then you'll like that practical. Like, you're not looking at it from a realistic point of view with this card. This card, you're not looking, for some of you with the laziness part, you're not bothering to look forward, you're just sort of waiting for someone to do it for you, or for something to drop on your head, sort of thing. So let's have a little quick look in this deck. I'm going to split the deck and see what's going to best help you, okay? Right, so this came up in reverse, right? And I feel like Like it's like literally like these cards just said, right? So these two cards came up, they told you what you need to do. This card's telling you don't get emotional about it, don't see how you feel about it, don't bother with that. Go and do the intellectual part of it, because you're not helping yourself, it seems. But also ask your friends, because that's the next card. Ask your friends their opinions, what they think you'll be best at, what are your skills in, what they can see you doing in 5 years, 10 years, 1 year, whatever. I feel like that'll help you, because I feel like you're quite a sociable person, or people that I'm picking up on. Alright, so let's go through these. So the wind chimes, peace and harmony. I feel like this is what you're seeking, but it's like you want a bit of an easy ride, you want the answers given to you on a plate, but it's been a little bit immature about that. But I feel like as well, this represents the gentle nature of you. You need to be gentle in working out what this is. It could be that it's just not time to make a decision yet for you, but it could also be that you're just holding yourself back with it. Okay, right, fam. This says romance, romance, celebration, and party. That hold on, I'll see if I can find it. This card that came out, it means exactly the same as this card. So that's your validation. It's like celebration of like weddings, or getting together with friends, parties, like drinking. Like, look to your friends for this, like you open a fan, so you're opening ideas, you're open doorways by being around your friends and talking to them about it. At the end of the day, it feels like they might be in the same boat, or they might have known you long enough to know what's right for you. Sometimes someone else looking in is always like the best way to move forward, because they think of something that you've not thought of, or they'll support you in a way that you've not managed to do yourself, and it just feels like that would be a good idea for you. Right, and then this one, table, hard work ahead. Like, this came up with this, right? Either way, like, this could be like your prediction, like it is a September prediction, and I do feel like this card's trying to come out as well. So this is going to be like justified, this hard work, like it's going to be supported. At the end of the day, this is a balancing act of a card sort of thing, like but I feel like you need that balance between those two cards, these two, this one and this one. You need that balance so that you can work out what way to move your hard work towards. So this is a 1-1 as well, 1-1. Maybe look out for angel numbers. The number 11 is a gateway type card, especially if it's 1111. So if you see 1111, you're on the right track. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. That will be an angel guidance. If you're being guided as well, 2222 or just 22, that's good to keep an eye out for as well. Okay, right, let's move on to different energies, see if I pick up anything else for Scorpios. Okay, so Scorpios, I've picked up another energy, and it's like a motherly energy or a fatherly energy. I'm picking up a couple of energies basically, right? But I feel like for the motherly energy I'm picking up, it feels like you personally want to move forward in your life, but something's holding you back, but not in a bad way. Like, you know what you want to do personally. I feel like this represents you, and you know what way you want to move forward, right? But I feel like with you, there's a lot of like, you try hard anyway. That's who you are as a person, it feels. Like, you do well, what you do well, and you try really hard to find that balance in your life. But I feel like you're worrying about moving forward this month, or something's holding you back as well. Like, it feels very much like you know what you want to do. So, let's say for example it's hairdressing. I don't know why it's just popped in my head. Maybe that's for you. Like, you want to go forward with hairdressing, but like you sort of keeping yourself like, oh, what if I don't get customers, or what if I'm not very good at it any after all, what if I can't find this balance with my family and my friends and my other half and my partner and things like that. There's something like that you just keep like beating yourself up about, but I feel like the best approach for you would just to be moving forward, because I feel like your energy is getting very stagnant. Where you'd normally be quite a proactive person, there's something holding you back, and that's not good for you. Like, it feels like it really against your nature. I feel like you're very speedy as a personality. You get stuff done and you do it well and you do it quick. And I feel like this decision and you're holding your back is not benefiting you. Let me just cut the deck. Okay, so the Tower came out. The Tower is like, it's basically saying in this situation, you should be looking after yourself. Like, it's going to get to the point where you're just going to be like, oh, I'm going to do it this month, or something's going to happen so that you have to do it. So maybe like someone loses their job, so you need to go and move forward in the way that you want to move forward. Like, say it's your partner, or you lose your job, so you have to move forward in a certain way. There's going to be something that either chucks you in the deep end so that you do it, or like financially you need to go and do it, or for something like that. There isn't any coin, so I wouldn't say that's financially, but something's going to sort of chuck you in the deep end, or you're going to be like, right, I'm doing it. Okay, so I've pulled some cards to try and help you guys out. Let's go to the back of the deck first. That's sweet and simple. So the Five of Wands is showing that you've got inner conflict on this decision, right? You've got your worry, and you've got like the in and the in sort of thing. That is, yeah, you're not taking your opportunity, because that's reversed. Okay, you're not taking that opportunity even though it's there, and you could take it if you wanted. There's just something in yourself that's holding you back, right? Anyway, I pulled these cards. Yeah, it went this way. So straight away, just from this quick mini reading, there's like Page of Cups, Moon, and Page of Wands. Yeah, so like this will be a new beginning, because they're both pages. They're childlike energy, a new energy to this situation. You're moving forward, but to move forward, you need to like I feel like what would benefit you is like, oh, I'm doing it now. Like, just take the plunge, if you like, pun intended. So like a fish would plunge from that cup into like this water, for example. Take that plunge and just jump in. I feel like that would benefit you, because you'd be going back into your normal speedy sort of positive proactive nature, being the Wands as well, and this obviously. But I feel like you'd also feel emotionally good if you did try and do it. It feels very much like it'd be a new venture, and you'd have something to focus on, and you'd work out and adjust. With this card, it feels positive. It feels like at first you might be like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? But then you'll eventually be like, you'll just balance it out. It feels very balanced, this energy, okay? But then there's the Moon. And this is suggesting like you will have the unknown feeling to what's next. But I feel like with this card, I feel like you'll know like intuitively that it's the right way forward. You'll feel very settled in your nature, because at the minute I feel like you're a bit anxious, you're a bit like your energy feels buzzing, but like it's because your proactive is getting like away with you, sort of thing. Like your proactive energy that's normally flowing through your body is just getting like it's being held like in a cage, if you like. And I feel like that Moon represents like it will settle and it will sort itself out and things will work out, but it's still the unknown. Like, you'll know that you might have a bit of like apprehension about it, like anyone would, but you like moving forward, you can do it. And then this card came out, Page of Wands. And this, like I said, it's a new start, so it's new creativity moving forward. This is like your energy as well. This shows that you're moving forward. Like the Wands are very fiery energy. they feel very like proactive, like it's going to start learning. So it's a Page of Wands, so you're going to be learning, but you'll be acting as well. So it's like it's going to be good for you if you took that plunge. Okay, so I feel like that is your advice for the September. Right, so let's go through these again for you guys. So wind chimes, peace and harmony. Like I said, like you're getting so angsty about not knowing what way to move and if you should move forward, but you'll get peace and harmony from it. You'll find that balance, and I feel like this celebration, I feel, is more for you. The word celebration says romance, celebration, party. I feel like you'll have like an internal party because you'll work it out anyway. You're just sort of beating yourself up, like holding yourself back. But that celebration is like a personal celebration, like it's a step forward. You're gonna succeed in what you do. You're gonna make sure you do, and that's a wicked attitude. All right, and then table. Hard work ahead. Yeah, you know this, right? I feel like maybe that's significant as well. Like maybe it's table related, not necessarily hairdresser, like I said. But for some of you, I feel like maybe it's like masseuse or something like that. Surgeon, who knows? Like who uses a table? Artist, you know. I feel like go for it. Like I said, photography, that would use a table. But yeah, I feel like this feels very positive. Like it feels like that table has good energy to it, right? Hard work ahead, but I feel like you've got this. I feel like I don't know why you're holding yourself back. Like you've got this. Okay, I think that's everything I need to tell you guys. Thank you, Scorpio, for being here. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends so I can help more people. I'd appreciate that a lot. Thank you for being here. Take care. Bye. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your September predictions video. So I'm going to go through your tarot cards. You're the only group that so far that's got 4 cards for some reason, and you've got 4 of these because they just sort of threw themselves out at high speed as well. So I feel like this is quite an important message with a lot of energy behind it for you today. First of all, I'm going to go through this reading as one energy, and then after that reading I'll go through it as a second energy, because most of the readings I've done in this September readings for star signs videos have given me more than one. Okay, so if this first one doesn't resonate, and then wait for the second one or skip it, okay, and then you'll get your reading. All right, so let's get started. So with these cards, I feel like there's like this new endeavor or an idea that is more like something that you want to grow into something. It's like your heart's behind it, it feels. And with hold on, with the back of the deck energy, I feel like it's money related, but I feel like what's holding you back is like, will it work out financially? You're sort of worrying about that. We'll come back to that a bit more in a minute. With the back of the deck, I feel like I'm very drawn to these lilies and white flowers, and lilies particularly in the tarot. They stand for like non-physical things, so it's like thoughts, prayers, guidance, like internal guidance, not necessarily spirit guide guidance. But this card in this deck often is like a representative that guides are helping you with this. Like this is a true pathway for you. It's like a good pathway for you, right? But at the minute you're sort of feeling like this is a chance sort of situation, right? But in the month of September, with this card particularly, I feel like you're gonna be like something's gonna be revealed to you. Like it feels like something it's gonna sort of be like proof in the pudding for you guys, okay? And I feel like this card will turn around for you this month. So this card, when it's upright, is all about like the fruits of your labor. Like you're starting to see some growth, some progress sort of thing. And at the minute you're sort of like, oh no, I'm worrying that this is all gonna like not work out. but it feels like it's going to flip those cards, and like things are going to reveal and start showing you like this is the right path forward this month. Like it just feels really good. Like it feels very positive. It feels very guided. Like I said, with the guides, this card always represents guides in this deck to me as I read it. Okay, with this card, now I'm studying it again. The red flowers really standing out. I mean, I know it's a big main feature in this card because you know it is, but I feel like this red main flowers, like they're roses in tarot, and like this cup, it feels like this new journey that's taking part in your family. It feels like it's material gains. Like this is a material gains card anyway. Material world, it's finance, it's better like house, like getting a better housing situation, anything in the physical world really. But it feels like emotion is really like it's like a chance in it, with your finances and possibly even your home sometimes. I feel like maybe some of you've like remortgaged or something like that. I feel like as well this is like a partnership sort of thing. So I feel like maybe it's like yourself going into like a business or your partner going into a business. It feels but not all of this feels like business. It feels like schooling as well for some of you guys. Like your partner's going back into education to like build themselves up. And it sort of feels like a bit of a risk, like will you be okay financially? Those are your worries. But it doesn't feel like it's bad. It feels like it's like the correct way forward. I'm going to go into these oracles and explain those oracle cards with the tarot cards, because it sort of makes it make sense even more, right? So with this misunderstanding card, the wall, right? I'll show you them up close. Misunderstanding. I feel like there's at the minute like there's like wool pulled over your eyes, like you're not seeing something for what it truly is, because you're going like with your logical mind instead of your optimistic mind. It feels very much like you've just put that wall up and you're just sort of like clutching at straws, like what's going to happen next. It's like when you go on a roller coaster and you think like you're going to die because of the way that it moves and stuff, but you never will. Like things, you'll just get off and go, that was awesome. Like it's like that sort of weird situation, but in real life, not on a roller coaster. All right, tortoise. This says slowly but surely getting ahead, right? And like I said, this is going to be like you building something, like the proof's in the pudding. Like you'll be very careful about it at first. You are taking a chance, but like this is lucky. The tortoises in like Asian, particularly Chinese culture, is a sign of luck. So luck's on your side. Let's move these crystals. So this one says forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Like I said with this wall, like the wall was over your eyes. It's like if you, like for example, if you looked in a forest, can you see like what's behind the forest? No, you can't. The only way you can learn what's behind that forest is to go through, make a journey through, and discover for yourself. That's the only way you're gonna find out how this works out. But when you go through a forest, you only see more beauty. So don't worry about it. Like, it's just the way you're thinking is like really making you feel like unsettled and anxious, but not like really badly anxious, just like please work out, sort of like please make this work out, so sort of energy, okay? And then we have Chairfield, someone who's entering your life, and this feels like sort of like client based to me. I feel like word of mouth just dropped onto my head, sort of thing. It feels like if you like just do what you normally do like every day, like things are just gonna go well for some reason. Like but it feels like this is involved with this. So like what's a good example to explain this? It feels like, say like you're a builder or like a plumber, it feels very like hands-on sort of energy, right? And I mean, it's got the pentacles come up anyway, and that, which makes me feel like it's a person doing like hard work, but like something that they're like, they've already got the skills at, it feels, right? And this feels like they're gonna like meet more than one person. This says a new person entering your life, but it feels like an adult. It feels male, but it feels like whatever they do, it's going to be like an opportunity. It's going to be like an olive branch sort of situation. It feels good, but it feels like one like a bit too good to be true right now, but I feel like you should trust it and go with like the flow because it feels good. Okay, okay, so this flung towards this card, so it is involved with this. So slowly but surely getting ahead. Like this is how it's like clients coming in, it's doing a good job, and clients coming in, it's luck, there's an opportunity coming, like I was just saying. With this awakening reversed, right? This is normally a judgment card, right? And this feels like it feels like unclear judgment, so it's like muddled and misunderstanding, right? How you're thinking, but it feels like your unclear judgment is just because it's new, because like these aces have come up, right? It's like you're learning this new path. This new path is unraveling in front of you, but I just feel like you're sort of unnecessarily worrying about something that's going to work out. I'm going to pull a few cards to see what's in the future, okay? Okay, so I've pulled some cards and it actually looks really good, so you don't need to worry, right? So I'm going to show you what these are, right? So the first one that came out is teamwork. Hold on, I'll just make these sit nicely. Then we've got the 10 of Cups, and then we've got the Ace of Swords, right? And this, like, straight away when these two came up first, I definitely knew there was like some sort of teamwork, because the 10 of Cups is often like happy endings, family life, sort of thing, and it feels like a duet of two people coming together, working together to get this done, like supportive sort of energies, right? And then this, it feels like with this, like this is like a balance in energy. This is the doing and this is the thinking and like the behind the scenes. This is like, this feels feminine energy and the ladies on this side, and the masculine energy is on this side doing the hard work. So it's like for example, the lady is doing like finances, booking people in, things like that, like just like the more headstrong sort of stuff, right? The things that you need to use your brain with. It's something that you feel you can do, and you're quite well organized as well with the swords, okay? And then this person over this side is like the doing, the getting the stuff done, the bringing in the resources sort of energy, okay? So this is good. Like this is what's coming in the future for you. Like this is a teamwork. Like this is positive. This is like growing together, like maybe as a family unit, maybe as a partnership, okay? And then on the back of the deck this time, this was the 4 of Cups, and this is an opportunity card, and I feel like this opportunity, you're working together, like you're gonna be reaping what you sow so well. Like this opportunity is literally like coming to you on a cloud. Like here's a plate full of, like a handful of gold, like there you go, off you go, good things are coming, like you don't need to worry about it. And like the completion card came straight after, and it wants to fall upright, okay? So this is like an ending card, but not like in a bad way. It's like this is what, like this is like your future, like this is how it's going to roll. Like from now on, things are just going to take off, really. Things are going to get like be positive and accomplished sort of things. So this can be representative of accomplishment. Okay, so this is really good. This is abundant energy as well. Like it's completion. It's things going right. Okay, so you don't need to worry about that. All right. So that's that mini reading. I'm gonna go back and reread this reading for anyone else who's a Sagittarius reading this. Okay. Okay, so I've fine-tuned a different energy, right? And this is more of like a single life relationship type energy, from what I'm picking up so far, right? So what I'm seeing, right, this month of September, this second set of Sagittarius, right, you're coming into some sort of new place in your life. It's like you're finding love for yourself, but it could also bring in a new relationship. I'm finding both those energies are quite important. It feels like you'll get one or the other depending on who you are and what your situation is currently. But I feel like for a while now you've been like working on yourself, putting yourself forward, but you still got a way to go. Like you still don't have that confidence in yourself. It feels you're still like not quite happy with yourself. It feels, um, but I feel like you're doing well because something new's coming into your life with this cup card. Okay, this Ace of Cups. This is a new emotional beginning, right? And this judgment, I feel like for a while you've been judging yourself, like you've been beating yourself up, you've not been good enough. You still seem to feel like that a little bit, but I feel like you're gonna start going into like a better place in your life in September. But I'm gonna pull a few more cards again to see what this is, because whatever this judgment that you've got of yourself, there's something that you're not seeing about yourself that doesn't give yourself credit. Like, you know, you've got worth, it feels, with this card, but it doesn't feel like you give yourself enough worth. Like you don't have enough self-esteem. But you definitely feel like, to me, like if we met, for example, face to face, I'd be like, oh wow, that person's really nice, that person's special. But you can't see it with this card, okay? So I'm going to pull some cards and see why you are amazing, right? Okay, so what you have just got given are these three cards. I'm going to show you the back of the deck as well. So the back of the deck is the Four of Swords, okay? This feels like you're very hardworking and like you know how to look after yourself. Like you work hard and then you make sure you have a rest, sort of thing. You've got a good balance to your personality, and I feel like you know how to look after yourself and how you like it, what makes you comfortable, and that's good about you. But these three cards came out as the main reading, right? And it says like you're very giving as a person, you're very loving. It feels like you'd always help others where you can. And it makes you happy to do so. You don't feel bad, you don't feel conflicted or indifferent about helping people, and that's good. Carry on with that. Like you don't see how good that is. And I feel like with you there's like some sort of motherly guidance come through. Like maybe you've got, not everyone that's like having this reading, but some of you've got a mother passed over, and that some of her attributes have really shine through in you, and it feels like really comforting and really sweet energy, and it's something like that people see and cherish in you, and it's lovely. I feel good about that. That's good. That's like, not everyone else in the world is like a lovely person, you know? Like, give yourself more credit about that. You're a good person. Keep going. Like, you deserve way more than you give yourself credit for. This Wise One card's cropped up, right? And I feel like you're very knowledgeable, especially in a certain area in your life. I'm getting pictures of like IT, computer stuff, and also books as we talk about this card, right? This is someone who's very wise as a card anyway, because it's normally the Hierophant, right? And it's someone like a priest. So maybe you've got a spiritual side. Maybe that's why you're here on my channel today. Hello. Or like you'll have a specialty. It feels like quite a modern specialty, and it's like a good specialty. Okay, like moving forward, that specialty is going to be like moving you forward into good places, right? And I feel like using these two sort of parts of your personality, like these two main good qualities. I mean, you'll have more, but these are the two that Spirit wants to highlight for you today. those two qualities, those two main qualities, are going to move you forward, right? Because at the end of the day, they're the keys to your future. Like, this is why this card holds keys. They're like moving you forward. They're going to create a different world for you, and you're going to be like happier for doing it. I feel like this could represent the mum energy that I was picking up, that's like maybe crossed over. I feel like it's like, I feel like very proud type energy coming from that card, from that loved one that's crossed over. But I also feel for other people that that's relevant to, like it's a very close friend, female friend, or a very close like parent, it feels as well. Okay, so I split the deck and this came up, right? And the star card is all about hopes and dreams, like in this situation. Go after your hopes and dreams because they are blessed, okay? This wouldn't come up otherwise, sort of thing. The next card is the devil as well. So you're beating yourself up. You're holding yourself back where you shouldn't. Like, you really need to grow a little bit more confidence. Even though you know yourself pretty well, you still beat yourself up way more than you need to. You're so loved, and like, I don't think you realize how loved you really are. Like, you're a cherished person. Like, I can feel through me how lovely and how much I'd love to be around you, your energy, like just to have a chat with you, cup of tea, like really like enjoy your company. You're a special person. Like, don't beat yourself up. Like, that's a rarity in some places in the world, you know. Yes, there are diamonds in the rough, but I don't see, like, for you, I don't see how you can't see your twinkle of a diamond. Like, you see yourself like diamond in the rough, sort of still in the mud, like, but you're literally twinkling like a little star, and you just don't see it. Like, you need to give yourself that different type of self-love, like develop yourself, you develop your confidence, get out of the house, make some new friends, and then they will show you how amazing you are, okay? So I hope that was helpful for you. Okay, so I've taken those other cards away, and now for that second group of Sagittarius, let's go through these oracle cards. So this says muddled, unclear thinking, just like I was saying, like there's something you can't see that's beautiful about yourself. This one says someone new is entering your life. This feels like a masculine energy for the second set of Sagittarius, like possibly love, it feels, but Ace of Cups can represent love as well, but I feel like just go with the flow with that. Like, I feel like this is a lesson coming in that will sort of open new doors, open a new part of yourself, learn to love yourself a little bit more, okay? It's going to help you. Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Like, carry on with your study that I picked up on with these. I feel like just any type of moving forward is a good idea. Sometimes we have bad days, sometimes we have like bad weeks, like, but just keep moving forward, even if you just do like one paragraph each day or something. For example, with your work, like with me, if I can't be bothered or whatever, I'll do one post on Instagram and Facebook, but I'll link them to make my life a lot easier, like post it on Instagram and it sends it to Facebook, like whatever makes your life easy but moves it forward. Keep going, okay? And this is a symbol of luck as well, don't forget. And then the wall, misunderstanding. There's something that you're misunderstanding. This feels like it's misunderstanding about yourself, but I'm going to pull one more card for it. What is Sagittarius misunderstanding? Okay, so these two cards came up for you, right? What you're misunderstanding specifically, right? I mean, you can tell me how this resonates with you in the comments, but I feel like there's some sort of idea that you're moving forward with and you're quite acknowledgeable with, but there's something you're stuck on it, and it feels like whatever is making you stuck is the feeling of maybe like poverty, or not having enough money, or not having enough skill, or just literally just not enough confidence in yourself. That is what you need to like work on this month, okay? This will open a doorway, because if you see in this card, it will open a doorway. Okay, this is the doorways behind it. This card is often depicted as these two little people outside of a church, and they're out in the cold in the snow when they could easily go into the church and get like shelter and like accommodation. But they choose not to feel like they can. Okay, so just like change that perspective. Give yourself some self-love. Like, how would your mother you? I feel is important here. Like, she's looking after you at the end of the day, like we said with the past cards a minute ago. She's looking after you. Okay? Right. So, thank you very much for watching today, Sagittarius. If this was helpful for you, please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends so I can help some more people. I really appreciate you being here and watching to the end. So, have a good September. See you later. Hello Capricorn, welcome to your reading for the month of September. This is predictions coming up, but it can just be like general advice for September. This is also going to consist of multiple readings, normally 2 per reading per month sort of thing. So if you don't resonate with the first reading that's come through, then skip to the next reading in this part of the video for Capricorn. Okay, thank you very much for being here. So let's get started. We'll go through the tarot cards and then we'll go through these oracle cards. Okay, I'll do that in both readings. So for the first reading, this is quite a heavy reading, okay? So the Capricorn tuning in, or Capricorns tuning in, there is a bit of a heavy feeling this month in regards to someone passing away, I feel. It feels like this, I was going to go through this tarot first, but let's touch on this. So teardrops, great personal sorrow, it says, and it feels like over the past few days or weeks maybe, there's been a loss in the family of sorts, and it's being put on your shoulders. Okay, it feels like, because this is reversed, like it feels in a way of like duty sort of thing, but not necessarily like something you don't want to face, and something that's going to be quite hard for you. Okay, right. So the reason I say this is because like this hanged man, right? So this is upright for you guys. So this is like a change of perspective, right? I am going to read this a little bit differently for you guys first, because I'm not going to read it like this, how I would normally. I'm going to jump around from the back of the deck and stuff, right? So I feel like there's a change of perspective that's coming for you in the month of September. I feel it's like quite quickly in September as well. But then the back of the deck, this feels like it's going to be hard work for you guys, okay? It feels like it's full of a lot of sorrow and really mustering up strength. Well, let strengths come up, like, yeah, so you'll need to pull that strength together. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, you're going to find it quite hard to do. Probably because you're upset. It feels very sad, this energy at the moment. Obviously, teardrops has come up, okay? All right. So let's go back to these cards. So with this 10 of coins in reverse, I feel like either you're like the only child of someone that's passing away, or like the main relative that people are looking to sort out this ordeal sort of thing. It feels like you are worrying a little bit about money, because this is coins. It feels like, oh wow, that's a lot of money, and I've already got all this horrible stress, because at the end of the day, grief is rubbish. Like, I completely understand. It's a hard ordeal to go through. All of a sudden, everything just sort of crashes and burns, and you get shattered into a million pieces, and you don't know how to put those pieces back together again straight away. Okay. With this Wheel of Fortune card, this feels like, even though you don't feel like you can deal with this situation right now, it feels like the universe is going to help you do this gracefully. Okay, it feels very much like the odds are in your favor, sort of thing, and like you'll be able to do it even though you don't feel like you have that strength at the moment. It feels like things will just like get done slowly but surely and really well done. But it also feels very much like you should be the person that does it, even though you don't feel like you can, because you will do the best job at it. Like, you know that person more than anyone, and you know that person like through and through. We're very close and very drawn to these like love heart sort of shapes in this card, and it feels like the only way for like a funeral to happen is for you to do it, and you will do it perfect. And I don't think you feel like you would, but you will, and that person up in heaven or over the veil, sort of whatever you believe in, is going to be watching and is going to be like really grateful and knows this of you. They'll even be guiding you through this. Like, you'll just have like when you're in grief, you can't think straight, but somehow these little messages will come straight to you, and it'll be like, oh, that's perfect. Like, let's roll with that. That feels right, and it'll feel like really strong in your like heart chakra area, the middle of your chest. It'll just feel right, and I feel like that card speaks volumes. It's really going to help you out. Okay, so let's go through these other oracles. So ink pot, problems to be resolved. So these are like obviously what we were talking about. It does feel like this is a depiction, and it feels like you feel like everything that you had is just sort of drained away all of a sudden. Like it's like the feeling of grief. It feels very much like everything hit you, even if you expected this person to pass away. It's hit you really hard, and that's grief. Like, you're entitled to feel that way. Like, there's no set way of handling grief, so just feel how you need to feel, and it's okay. It feels really rough, and that's okay. Okay, I feel like you needed to hear that. Alright, this one says club, right? Someone will try and make you do something against your will, but this doesn't feel like negative. I know the picture looks a bit rough, but it feels very much like there's strength behind it, and like we had that strength card come up a moment ago, it feels like you mustering up that strength, even though you don't want to do this like horrible situation, you don't want to organise this. You're gonna do so well at it. You're gonna be the perfect person to do it. And yeah, it's not fair, but you've got this. Like, you're way stronger than you think you are. Like, you really will do well at it. Okay, and this says Valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assure success. See, like, it's going to go well. And it feels so much like... Okay, I got a download. Like, let's go back to the download first. It feels like... I just got a picture from like that loved one that shows me that they really enjoyed like scenery like this. Like, they liked just being outdoors, and like I can see it like from above, sort of like this is like a landscape, like you'd look at it straight on, but it feels like they're showing me from above like this beautiful place. It's like foresty, but it looks more American sort of forestry than English sort of. So maybe that's significant to the person watching this. You let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate knowing, and some feedback. Right, I'm gonna like get a few cards out for you to see if there's anything that can help on top of that. Okay, so we pulled out 3 cards. I'll just place them like here for a moment, like this. So I feel like to guide you through this month, there's going to be a massive strength for you in your partner. It feels like working through this conflict inside of you and the lack of strength is really going to be like from a possibly a male partner, someone that understands finances a little bit more than you right now, who can think a bit more level-headed, but draw strength from them. They'll help you. Like, this is very red, loving type energy. All of these cards are full of love, but you just draw strength from your partner. Ask them to help. Like, even if you can't convey it, just go and get a cuddle, they'll probably know intuitively, I find. Okay, so the back of the deck is the Two of Wands, and this to me feels like once you draw the strength from your partner, like there's gonna be like it feels like a duet working towards this problem instead of just one person, but it also feels like this is the door that opens, like in a good way. Like it's not a nice door to open, but it's gonna be a lot easier. Like it feels like you're gonna just move forward. You're gonna set things in like motion a little bit. Okay, let's split the deck. Yeah, so split the deck and this card's come up reverse, and to me this feels like freeing type energy, like all this burden of a like horrible time on your shoulders just feels like it's going to be very freeing by getting that support from your partner. I feel like you may have a son as well helping out. Okay, but you're just go with this. Like this is quite a clear message. Like look to your partner. He's gonna sort of guide you and lead the way and comfort and support you. Okay, it feels pretty heavy, but it does feel like such a relief for you. Okay, right. So that's the end of that part of the reading. So I'm gonna fine tune, take these cards away, and see what other Capricorns need to hear this month. Thank you for watching that, and I hope you feel a lot better soon. Bless you. Okay, I've retuned the energies and I'm picking up a separate reading now, okay? So this one's less heavy than the last one, which is good, but it's still a little bit of a up in the air type energy, okay? So what I'm getting is with this card, the Ten of Coins, there's a matter to do with your family and your finances, but it feels like a job role. It feels like maybe you're applying for jobs and you're taking a new job that you're not really sure you want, or it feels like a position that you want, or staying in a job that you don't really want, but it's paying the bills and it's making like comfort for your family, because this is the Ten of Coins, okay? Or just your partner, like however your family dynamic looks, it's giving you a lot of support. This Hangman is suggesting like you change your perspective. Like, yes, you might not feel like you're going to enjoy this role, or you're still enjoying your job, but it's like that change of perspective is going to help you out in the long run. So I feel inclined to tell you, like, what you put out in the world comes back. So if you put out good, positive energy and thoughts and feelings out in the world, then that comes back to you, okay? So like this change of perspective, like, yeah, it might not be a job that you want to be in long term, for example, but if you're in it for now and it's bringing money in, it's making like a solid foundation for you, then you've like luck's gonna turn in your side. Like you're putting in a good positive output. It's bringing in good stuff for you. Yeah, it's not the ideal for the rest of your life or for even like the next year, for example, but it's gonna be turning in your favor, and it feels positive. Like it's good enough for now sort of energy that's coming through here. I will take some extra cards for you as well. Okay, I've split the deck and I do feel like there's someone in your life that thinks this is a good idea. Like maybe they're asking you to do it a lot more, or like they're encouraging you to do it, for example. Like in this in this job, they're trying to like encourage you to move forward in a productive way, because the Nine of Coins is also an abundant type card. It's an abundant type person. It's something that you might not be seeing, is that like you have abundance, you have like you're luckier than other folk, or something like that, okay, is coming up for you. And we'll pull some cards to see how you can become happier. Okay, so these cards have come up and it's quite specific at the moment for you guys. So hear me out and then we'll explain it, and it might make sense for you. Just take what resonates with you. But at a quick glance, I'm getting the idea that don't take what your partner says to heart, or like the people around you, don't take that to heart, like that's not who you are, or that's not they mean like they basically they mean what they say in the best interest of you. They're trying to look after you and nurture you, sort of thing. Whether it's a partner or a mother, or it feels like of feminine energy anyway. They're trying to like keep you in a good place. They're trying to keep you happy financially, if you like, okay? And just secure, like it feels very secure, right? But it's also like it's telling me that you like it's really like worrying you and beating you up. Like the way that you're thinking right now is really sort of upsetting you and really not sitting right with you. And you're not wrong in thinking that, because that's not your true path, and you know that, right? But at the moment, carry on looking for opportunities, okay? Because this Two of Wands has come up, and this is like just before you open a door or you even see the door, you've got to like put yourself out there. You've got to look for that door, sort of thing. And it's telling you like keep looking for that door of opportunity. Yes, you don't know what that door looks like right now necessarily, but keep looking for it right now. This month you're going to have to keep looking at, like, keep your eyes peeled for opportunities, and like keep your ears even out, like trying to overhear other people's conversations, like, oh, can you help with that, or could you do that, or would you like to do that? Like I feel like my ears are feeling like for example, just sitting in a coffee shop, and then you overhear a conversation, there's going to be some sort of opportunity that could crop up like that, or like something that you hear on the radio. It's going to be sort of something hearing related, okay? So just look for those doors of opportunity. Okay, I've quickly looked at the back of the deck energy, right? And what you're not seeing, which is the back of the deck energy right now, is you are gaining strength from this situation. You just don't realize it right now. And like the partnership that you're in, however that looks like for you, is supportive and loving. Like the Two of Cups is a representative of strength and in love, or with love, sort of thing. But it's giving, like, that partnership is giving you a lot of support and putting you into like a great position. Look how the lions, like, it's a bit coincidental, isn't it? But you've also got lions in this card. You may have a lion spirit guide helping you move forward, okay? But with these cards, I'm going to put that whole deck down because that was going to go everywhere. I feel like what's coming to you next feels like this period of your life is important. So like before you get motivated, you get down. Like it's like just this sort of continuous cycle, right? You get down and you go, oh, life's not that good enough. Like you have to hit rock bottom, because then the only way is up, sort of situation. This is what this situation is all about for you right now, okay? So you've got to carry on as you were. Just look for the opportunity that's coming, okay? Also call on lion spirit guides, because I feel like you definitely have one, because you wouldn't have so many lions come up otherwise, and this often does happen. That card often has a lion in it as well, but not in this deck. So yeah, maybe you've got a lion spirit guide. Okay, well, even if you're not as productive as you'd like, or in the best position that you'd like, you're okay this month, okay, Capricorn? So I hope that's been helpful. Do keep looking out for those, or hearing out for those opportunities, because my ears ringing again. Something's going to come for you this month. Have perfect faith in that. I have perfect faith for you. So let's go through these. Someone will try and make you do something against your will, like we talked about. That person just wants love for you. Like it doesn't feel negative. It just feels like you're feeling negative from it, but they mean it in the purest of heart. They just want you to be financially okay and happy. Financially. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Like keep going. This is a journey. At the end of the day, like things are going to change. It's just got to take a little bit longer until it clicks into place. Teardrops, great personal sorrow. Like it is beating you up. I don't feel like it's really, really upsetting you, like compared to like the last reading. or other readings on this big video, but it is like eating you up, like, you know, it doesn't sit right, you know, it's not your destiny, for example. I feel like you're becoming ready to find your destiny. Once you're open to that, then things start ticking, things start moving into that energy, and it does come. And then ink pot, problems will be resolved. So don't worry, because like this is all a process. It's just about to happen. Maybe it will happen in October. Maybe something will just sort of click, and oh my goodness, like it was right. Sort of like things just feel right, and it's like I feel like an opportunity's coming for you guys, where you'll hear it, and all of a sudden you'll be like, oh my god, that is it. Like, I feel good about that. Like, you'll just get this instant, like, that's great, I'm doing it, sort of like, you just feel, it's just like an overwhelming, like, yes, oh yes, sort of thing, okay? So keep out for that thing that you're gonna hear, that opportunity, alright? I hope this is helpful for you. I know it's pretty obscure right now, but the universe doesn't want to tell you all the finer details just yet. And that's just how they work sometimes. Call upon your lion spirit guides, because you've obviously got one. Thank you so much for watching today. Please like and subscribe. Share with your friends if this has been helpful today. And thank you very much for being here. Take care. Bye. Hello Aquarius, welcome to your reading today. So this is your predictions for the month of September. We'll go through your tarot first and then oracles for both readings. I'm going to go through the reading a couple of times and readjust to different readings to fit different Aquariuses. So if the first part of the reading doesn't mean much to you, skip a little bit ahead, and then the second one might be more helpful to you, okay? But both you can watch if you like. There might be bits in one or bits in the other that fit better for you, okay? So let's get started. We'll go through this tarot first. Actually, I'm going to go through these 3 cards together first, because this is one thing and then this is the result of the other thing, of this sort of thing. Right. So with this Tower card, there's definitely something with a bit of a shebang. Like there's a bit of a fight or a conflict, or like something just really dramatic sort of is coming your way for the first part of this reading anyway. So the energies that I'm picking up for the first part, I'm going to go through these and explain this a bit more. So this says dagger, fear, worries, tense situations, and I'm very drawn to the tense situations. And then peacock, beware of great pride. Like someone needs to come off their high horse this month basically, and sort of it's like a growing up sort of energy, like a maturing type energy, like this is going to move you forward. But with this card, the Tower card, I'm very drawn to this cocoon here, and this means like this big shebang, whatever it is for you, has been a long time coming. It's been sort of brewing and brewing and brewing, and all of a sudden it's going to be like, right, and like someone's going to snap, and like, I mean, when you put a lot of pressure on something, eventually it crumbles, right? So whatever this is, it's a bit like, oh my goodness, like, and it isn't going to be a nice situation. It's going to be quite like, it feels angry and it feels quite upsetting, but in a defensive kind of way, like, how can you be like this to me, blah blah blah, sort of thing. But it's something that's been needed for a long time. So that, like I said, with this cocoon, this thing's been building up and building up and building up, and then it's gonna be like a release type energy, because like once this tower falls, you rebuild something else, like something better is built, okay? Because the 6 of Wands is right next to it. And this is a success card, like this is a positive result from this like conflict. And it feels like all of a sudden something's gonna like sit right, and things are gonna make sense on both ends of this conflict, okay? So maybe the anger just gets to that point where it expresses how you truly feel and you've had enough, or like however the other person feels, and then you get back onto the same page and then things move forward, okay? Um, so with this card, Alchemist or Temperance in normal tarot decks, it feels like there's going to be like a rebalancing type energy. It's like it's like a successful rebalance of the energy that was all up in the air and angry and annoyed and not sitting right. It's becoming a lot better. But it's basically saying with this Two of Swords that your energy and their perspective, or both of your energies and both your perspectives, are going to rebalance. It's going to unveil something for you to work together. This says older man for this oracle tea leaf reading. Okay, it says dealings or relationship with an older man. I do feel like this is relationship, but it also feels like it could be parental. But I am picking up female people as well watching this, or involved in this conflict anyway. Maybe it's like your son and your like husband or something, like partner, having a fight, and I feel like it's going to be like kicking out sort of energy or something like that anyway. And then this says elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So you are learning your lessons, like we've discussed here. Like it's all going to be rebalanced. It's going to be better in the long run. Okay, let's look at the back of the deck. So you've got the King of Cups, and the King of Cups, obviously he's a king. He's got to his like place in the world, like for a reason. He's become king for a reason, right? But he's also a very sensitive king. Like he's very compassionate and guiding. So it does feel like it was parental anyway. But I mean, it might not necessarily be for you. It's just one of the energies I'm picking up. But it just feels like with this reset energy, there's like an ultimate satisfaction from this person who this represents. So it feels like things are just gonna settle and just be better in the long run, like loads better. Like all of a sudden, like your family dynamic, for example, is gonna be so much more settled. Like it's not gonna be nasty and vicious anymore. It's gonna be just like someone, it's like a proud sort of feeling, like a wow, that really worked out in the end sort of energy. Okay, anything else on that? Okay, so split the deck and Queen of Coins has come up, and this I feel represents like a mother figure. Maybe it's like the partner of this guy or not, but it just feels like there's like a balance. Like this is like yin yang, like all of a sudden everything's tipped back into favor instead of being like one or the other sort of thing. Everything just feels a lot safer and a lot more grounded and just like happier. But it feels like there's a way to go later on, but not in like a nasty way, just like we're moving on in a positive, like grounded, happy, settled kind of way, if you like. Okay, so that's pretty good, I'd say, for you guys, Aquarius. I am going to retune and do like the second part of this reading for these guys now. So let me know how that resonates with you. Let's go, let's move on. Okay, so we've retuned this energy, right? But I don't feel like this card here is for you guys. Like by the words, it feels like more about the beauty of this card. Okay, like who you are as a person. Like you really shine, you really like stand out. Sort of. There's something about these bright colors. Maybe you wear them, or maybe you dye your hair pretty colors, sort of thing. Something about that. Just like a uniqueness to this reading, okay? But I do feel like the dagger, fear, worries, tense situations, and this tower, it does feel like there's something worrying you at the moment, but it feels like whatever's worrying you is in September is coming, and it's like unveiling something to you. It feels like a path ahead forward that's like career or course. I'm getting like a course that you want to do or a career you want to go into. I feel like as well with this, like the butterflies, like this is very pretty, and this, like the butterflies are very pretty. Like there's something like about a becoming yourself, or like the way that you're shining this month is sort of like unveiling something to you. Like you're being noticed for something that you do, or you are noticing something in yourself. Like it feels like, it doesn't feel like self-confidence, like it isn't learning something about yourself, it's someone or something learning about you, and just like appreciating your uniqueness and just putting you in the spotlight a bit more, it feels. It's like a rebalancing energy for you guys as well. So like with this, you've been feeling like, maybe you're feeling underappreciated, for example, anxious, it feels like, just a bit like down in the dumps, not, it feels a bit like you don't know where your direction is or where your place in the world is, sort of thing. But then you're finding it, this month is sort of unveiling itself to you. There's like a rebalancing, like maybe you felt like this so long, and now it's rebalancing into a positive thing because the 6 of Wands has come up. So where it's been negative and like confusing, and now something's shifted in you or in your life in general, and something good's coming. So let's find out what this is. Okay, so the back of the deck is the Priestess. This suggests like there's something that's like, basically in this card, like behind the Priestess, there's like a different realm. There's like something that's coming to you. You need to dip your head into that different way of thinking, different way of approaching something, and then something's gonna like work in your favor, it feels. But it is very like Spirit's withholding that from me at the moment, purely because it's like it's either meant to be a surprise for you or it's still in the workings. But I'll get as much information as I can, because sometimes Spirit just don't want to tell you yet. Okay, so I split the deck twice, right? Because this when I got this card, the Ace of Cups, I heard a new path forward, right? And this is an emotional type card, but I didn't feel like it was relationship for you, so I split the deck again, and a Queen of Cups has come up. Like, so this month, you are essentially like becoming like a better version of yourself. You're learning a lot more about yourself. You're coming into more of your true self, more into your prime. Like there's something special about you this month, that you're just sort of doing some inner growing, maybe some spiritual growth, things like meditation, like self-confidence, sort of affirmations, sort of work, that sort of thing's going to help you this month, I find. I feel like you might already be into that, or dipping your toes, like crystals and maybe tarot decks and things like that. I do feel like that's sort of important to you, like, or your guidance that you are needed. Let's see what else we can get. Okay, so I've pulled 3 cards, right, because this is so obscure as a reading. So whatever this like way of making yourself really like bloom, you've been working on for quite a long time, it feels. It feels a bit like mental health, but it also feels like for some of you it could be like physical health, or just like really working on yourself either way, like really becoming a better version of yourself, it feels, right? With this Wanderer, it's also the Fool card. It's like I said with that Ace of Cups, there's a new path. Like this Fool card, it's a new way forward, and I feel like you're going to be looking back on this time, on that hard work in a better position. Like there's a reminiscing sort of energy of this, like look how far I've come, and look how much I've achieved, it feels. But I feel like there's still a bit of like not darkness, but still something that makes you a little bit down in the dumps with that. But you can still appreciate where you've come, and look how far you've come. You're still doing really well. I feel like Black Cat is a little bit significant for some of you watching this. So these cards are trying to come out. Yeah, just double checked that energy. So I feel like we'll be saying you've been working hard. This is like fine tuning something in yourself. And this is like you still feel like you're not like deserving of like you becoming in a better place. Like I just feel like you really need to give yourself more credit. Like you've come really far and your hard work is really like going places. Like I don't think you realize right now, but I feel like this is like a future card in the sense that you'll be helping other people. Maybe that's a clue for you for this month. I just feel like, because this can be like helping other people sometimes as a card anyway, but it's also like, don't beat yourself up, you do deserve like amazing things. This card speaks about, like, normally in traditional tarot, these two people are like in poverty, and there's this church behind them as like, there's obviously people in it, the lights are on, but they're still not going and taking that help. So make sure you like give yourself credit, take that help if you need it, speak to someone if you need it. But you're becoming a very strong and like there's a certain skill that you're learning, it feels, and it's going to play a role in your future. You just can't see that yet, but it is very important, and it's putting you in such a good position later on. So all these life challenges and stuff that you're facing at the moment, they are like literally blessings in disguise, it feels. Okay, so that's quite obscure for you guys, but maybe an older man, maybe, like, I just sort of heard therapist with that, so maybe take that as is, but it might not necessarily be therapist for you, for everyone, but it might be for one person or a few people. It says dealings or relationship with an older man. It just feels very, I don't know, it feels comforting, even though it looks a bit scary. I feel like there's something like a wise person for some people that they're turning to, but there's also like sort of a bad history with an older man as well for a few of you tuning in, and this is a bit like I can feel it eating me up inside, sort of, for some of you. But just take that how that resonates with you, because there's obviously a few people tuning in to this specific energies. This is Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental. Like we said, with the you've been working on yourself in so many different ways. Will lead you to will leave you wiser at the end. Like we said, there's something you're fine-tuning, you're becoming like very skillful at something. So don't beat yourself up. Like, this is just part of your journey. Some of us get given harder journeys than others, just because later on in our life we've got to do something really important for humanity. So that's just the way you'll be like moving towards. If you're going through hard things in life yourself now, like mentally, physically, emotionally, then often you can use those lessons to help people, and that's what your soul's chosen to do. So take that how that resonates with you. That one's quite deep reading. I hope it did help you. Please let me know if it did in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if this has been helpful today. I appreciate you being here. Have a good September. Bye. Hello Pisces, welcome to today's reading. This is all your predictions for September, any advice that you need to hear, things like that. I'm going to go through the reading for the tarot and then these oracle cards separately. This is the only group that's had 5 oracle cards, so I'm going to put this one here for now, go through the cards, and then we'll go through the oracles. Secondly, I'm going to go through the reading once for one set of people, and then I'll go through it again twice for the second set of people. So if the first one doesn't resonate for you, then skip to the second part of it, okay? But if you want, just listen to the whole lot. Right, let's get started. So straight away, I can see that, like, lately you've been working quite hard, but there's like multiple different dimensions to that, okay? I feel like something to do with like a life path is opening up for you. I don't think you see it as that yet with this card. I feel like in conjunction with this Lily spiritual love, there's something that's coming to you intuitively. There's something that feels right and sits right with you. You like, I feel like you know this, like maybe you're an empath, maybe you can predict the future, like whatever it is for you, something sits right and you go with it. Like that's like you're quite intuitive as a person, right? But I feel like at the moment you're feeling quite like you're in lack, but like it feels like financial lack, but I don't think you really are. I think you're just sort of in that mode of thinking about it as that, but then you're doing something about it. But it feels very much like it's like an avoidance sort of energy to this card for you, with you don't want to get into a bad situation later on, so you're trying so hard to move forward, especially with this emperor even in upright position. There's something that you're building, like you're intuitively building towards like a better version of yourself and a better financial place. I feel, because I feel like you feel like poverty stricken in a way. Maybe you're worrying about like the cost of living going up, things like that, like ain't we all? But I just don't feel like you need to worry about that. I feel like, yes, prevent it. Like that's a smart thing to do. You never know if like your tumble dryer is gonna break, for example, or whatever. But if you carry on using this intuition, which is literally like serving you so well at the minute, like good things are coming for you because this Emperor card's come up. Okay, so with this back of the deck energy, you're building up something, and I feel like because this is the page, it's still the beginning. You're still going to have quite a way to go. It's not going to sort of happen overnight, and I know that, but I do feel like you're burning yourself out with these two together. Like this is fiery energy and this is like poverty. It feels like you're burning yourself out. You need to sort of look after yourself a bit better, especially with the oracle cards that have come up. I'll come back to that. Let me just go through these oracle cards and then we'll see what way to move forward if we need to. So you have Jug, light-hearted, carefree time. I feel like that's beneficial for you. Like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to build this empire, if you like, but it's not going to serve you necessarily. If you burn yourself out, who's going to be building this empire? It ain't you. Sort of like that's what you need to hear. Talking of that, like blunt advice that I just gave you, this is Cup. You should accept valid criticism. Like I feel like taking a step back, maybe hang out with your friends, because like you've got Jug, you've got Cups and teapots and stuff. Like hang out with your friends, go for coffee, make sure you're making social time, because you can't be working and working and working. So that's when you burn out. And I don't think like you've put that into perspective. I feel like that's going to help you. But with this burnout energy as well, teardrops, great personal sorrow. It doesn't feel like something bad's happening or nothing like that. It just feels like you're getting emotionally tired and it's not good for you. You've got quite orangey energy as well because you're creating something. Like these are all orange, this is orange, this is orange. You're creating something. Back of the deck is orangey colour, something that you're creating. Yes, it's going to be brilliant because this card wouldn't come up otherwise, but you need to look after yourself, otherwise no one's creating it, okay? So let's go on to these two. Like I said, spiritual love, convenient, but sort of strange. My middle name's Lily as well. It's interesting. It's made me think actually, because I'm well spiritual, and now that's the meaning for a Lily. It's interesting. Actually, let's go back to this. So this is all like we're saying spiritual love. The Lily in tarot and symbolism represents like the mind, obviously spiritual parts of you, like faith, and anything that's not physical. So like guidance from like spirit guides or anything like that. Like that's going to work in your favor. Like it is spiritually guided, this path. You are being guided. Keep tuning into your intuition. Do what's sitting right for you. This is boat, right? Money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall, but windfall feels more accurate for this group. It feels like because you're working hard, you're in this lack mindset, you're just bringing in money here, there and everywhere, which is great, but it's gonna, like, your life is messy from it, right? And you need to sort that out. You need to be a bit more like the Emperor, a bit more constructive, a bit more controlled, a bit more as a leader sort of thing. Otherwise, it's just going to get a bit like out of control. You're going to hit burnout, okay? So let's see if there's any advice for you quickly. I split the deck twice, and these two cards have come out, right? And so Hermit, so this means like make some time for yourself, chill out, like find the light in the darkness in yourself. It feels, I feel like taking yourself away from too much responsibility, too much pressure is going to really help you right now. Especially because it's come out with Knight of Swords in reverse, and this can be like snappiness, vicious people, bad situations. Like where you are right now, you're getting rocky in your emotions, you're hitting burnout, and like your guide's saying, take a rest, like take some time out for you, because you don't want to like accidentally just snap at the wrong person, or just get over emotional, or like just not think things through. Because this is a sword in reverse, you're not thinking straight. Sometimes that can cause like obviously dangerous driving and things like that. So you got to start protecting your own energy, especially if you're so intuitive. You start cutting the cords. Like there's a sword, cut the cords at the end of the day. Say out loud, or even in your head if you're in a bit of a weird situation, like people might think you're weirdos, and just say, I cut the cords between me and everyone I've met and come in contact with today. Because at the end of the day, when you walk past someone on the street, your auras like come into contact. So say this is your aura, this is another person's aura, they go like that and they've come into contact. You actually have like a download of energy from each other, hence why when you walk past someone and they've got a dodgy vibe, you pick up them straight away and you go, oh, I'm staying away from them. Sort of like that's your auras have just connected. You've created a cord, an energy cord. Cut that cord, okay? I feel like that is the best advice I've ever given any empath. So take that on board. Even if you don't know if you're an empath, just do it anyway, and it will refresh your energy. I'm going to retune for the next people's reading. I'll put that back there for a second. And see what the cards have for the other Pisces watching this today. I hope that was helpful. If it was, share with your friends, please. And I'd appreciate helping more people. Thank you. Right, let's get retuned. Okay, this is going to sound really random, right? But from that past reading, this feels like it kind of follows on to give you different advice. Obviously, you might not have that previous reading, or this might be separate, but it's sort of a strange energy to this reading, right? So I feel like at the moment, in this part of the reading, I'll flip the cards, obviously, because this is a different energy. But I feel like for a while, like you've been pretty good at knowing yourself, but something's been like hidden from you. It feels like something you could predict, though, like, you know, like where the future is and how it looks and stuff. Like with this card, it feels very much like what you're hoping for is a transformation in your life, but more like yourself. Like you want to become a better version of yourself, you want to become a better person. I'm very drawn to this blue smoke here, and it feels very much like working on your third eye, spirituality, or even for some of you, smoking is in your mind. Like you want to change that, and like it's strange because this blue sort of blends into this card now. It's reversed, like the smoke's turning into this. So maybe for those who smoke, like this smoke's will turn into a bad habit, sort of thing, or like taking up a lot of your money, sort of, for example. What else? I feel like as well, for those of you who don't smoke, like this blue energy, this third eye or throat chakra even, so it's like dark blue in some bits and light blue in other parts. It's like your throat and your third eye chakras. I feel like moving forward and expressing yourself properly, but also using your intuition is going to help you move into a place where you're not in poverty, like you're not in a negative mind frame, or like a negative position in general, it feels. And I also don't feel like with this Emperor reversed, I don't feel like you realize where you're going, like using your skills, like who you are as a person, building on yourself. You don't realize how like magnificent you are in a way. I feel like there's some sort of deep-seated sort of energy of you, and it feels like for years you've just ate yourself up, or you've hidden a part of yourself away, and now you can't see like your true beauty or your true like skills. For some of you like watching this, you might be a bit psychic, because obviously this is a psychic card, but it feels like shutting down parts of yourself in the past. It sort of led you to not realizing like your full potential, it feels, especially with this Emperor reversed, because the Emperor is like one of the best cards in the deck. Like, you've got your shit together, you're kicking ass, and you're doing it well and respected in that way, but you don't see how well you're doing. This is why it's reversed. So let's pull some more cards and we'll see how we can move forward, or how we can change this perspective, or what the reality really is. Okay, so you've got these 3 cards that have come up. 4 of Coins, 7 of Swords, and Page of Cups. I feel like your foundational like family, your home, you as a person are quite protective over things, like once you love it, like it's yours, like you're protective over it, just like a lioness and a cub sort of thing, like you know it's special, you're holding on tight sort of thing. But I feel with this swords card, the 7 of Swords, like you've played like this inner trick on yourself, like it's fallen on a poverty card. I feel like you've tricked yourself into thinking that you're in poverty when you're actually okay. Like, yeah, like your bank balance might not say what you wish it would say, but like you're not in a bad situation, it seems. Or like a change in mindset about your foundation, like your money, the money in your bank, it seems. It's going to bring you more money in, it's going to open more doorways, it feels. And Page of Cups upright. I feel like, yeah, so like this fish in a cup in tarot literally means abundance. And if you look, this walk behind this lady is very calm, like changing your emotions towards your view on money. Maybe look into manifestation and how you can do that financially, like financial manifestation will change your life to how you want it to. Like, I feel like right now in September your focus is going to be a lot more centered around feeling safe with money, but in an emotional kind of way. Like it's like a beginning of an emotional change with money. Okay, so let's go back to this reading, right? Queen of Cups was on the back of the deck, right? And this, so like, I feel like from getting Page of Cups and then going to Queen of Cups, there's something it's like a transformation, moving from one abundance to a different type of abundance. So obviously if you're a Page of Cups, you're childlike in emotions, but then you move into the Queen of Cups and you become very solid in your emotions, or feelings towards things, feelings towards yourself, like we said with this card. There's some sort of like inner healing message for you guys this time, right? And I feel like going from this sort of emotional type of maturity into a higher type of emotional maturity is what your deeper lesson is in this reading. I pulled some more cards anyway to get some extra stuff, because this is quite vague as well. So you got, I'll put this down actually, let's just move this. Okay, we've picked that up, and let's move that for a reason, right? So you got these three. Let me see, that feels upright to me. It is upright. So you've got these three cards, right? And emotionally, like, it's your way of thinking that needs to change. So maybe some acting as well, but it feels like to become a bit more emotional in a more mature kind of way, like thinking about it in a different sense of the word, like using your intelligence, because this is like the most intelligent person in the deck, is the King of Swords. Like, he knows what to say and how to say it. Like, he will say things firmly if needed, he will say things more gently if needed. But to become this like knight, the Queen of Cups, and open up your emotional side, you've got to start changing the way you think and how you say things, about yourself, it feels, and about others at times. It's just a process. Like, it doesn't feel like you're particularly bad at being horrible to people, but this card can represent that in reverse. So the Knight of Swords has come up. The Knight of Swords reversed is often someone that's sharp-tongued and sort of like a bit nasty. So it's like, it's showing you, like, give yourself some respect, like, be this King of Swords, be respectful, use tact, don't be immature with your emotions and let that run away with you and then turn into a nasty, vicious sort of way of approaching things. And then this will open up some sort of abundance for you, okay? So, like, it's like a soul part of your journey. Like, it's an intuitive journey that this reading has turned into. So using your intuition, your guidance through your throat chakra and your third eye, changing the way that you think and speak, like we originally was talking about in those chakras, will open up this new type of abundance for you, okay? So it will be a new journey that will bring in money. Interesting reading. I don't normally get these very spiritual on these YouTube videos that I've done so far, which is nice. I like doing these sort of things. Thank you for the experience. Right, so let's go on to those oracles. Let's pull that away, actually. So, with all this deep depth of a reading, I feel like teardrops, obviously you're not very happy about this financial part of your life. You're trying to make these differences, and that's good. But now you know how. Light-hearted, carefree time. Light-hearted, carefree time. The jug. I feel like with the fruit, this represents like something coming into your life, but it is a journey at the end of the day. A plant starts as a seed. It starts off as a seed, moves into a small seedling, and then a plant, and then it grows fruit eventually. It's a slow process. Spirituality or self-development is a slow process, but it's slow but sure. So keep moving forward. Focus on this soulful part of your journey. Cup, you should accept valid criticism. Obviously, I've told you that criticism, like, I've said it gently, but take it on board. Like, everyone has improvements that they might not see sometimes. That's just human nature, isn't it? Spiritual love. Obviously, this being a spiritual reading has been very delicately given by your guides. So I think that's probably what that means for you. Boat, money or property through an inheritance winning or windfall winning definitely feels more significant to this second part of the reading. So I'm going to leave the reading there. I do hope that resonates in some way, even if it is in the future for you, and things start making sense. Please let me know how that happens and like how things work out. If you need some extra guidance on how to like work with your throat chakra or your third eye chakra, then do message me and I'll give you some like hints and tips. maybe I should make some videos on that eventually for my channel. I don't know, like, you let me know in the comments if you'd like to see it. I'll make it. But for now, thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends. If you'd like to continue a reading with me, please book in. I've got extra slots opening up in the after the 12th of September, I think, or the 12th onwards, whatever the Monday is that falls on. So yeah, do let me know and we'll book you in. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you soon. Have a nice September. Bye.